Hello, my name is Ruth Carter, and I'm a licensed attorney in Arizona. And this is your question of the day. So, today's question is about the GDPR, General Data Protection Regulation. EU law going into effect May 25th, 2018, impacts anyone who sends commercial email to the EU or processes data of natural persons who reside in the EU. So, today's question is, how do you handle a data breach under the GDPR? So, I actually like this aspect of the law. It says you are required to report the breach to your supervisory authority without undue delay and, where feasible, within 72 hours of becoming aware of it, unless the breach is unlikely to result in a risk to the rights and freedoms of natural persons. So that's fantastic. 72 hours, they have to at least report it up the chain of command. And then that report has to include the likely consequences of the breach, where appropriate, and measures they are taking to mitigate the possible adverse effects. Now, when it comes to telling people that their data has been breached, you have to tell them without undue delay if the breach is likely to result in a high risk to their rights and freedoms. They are not required to tell data subjects if their personal data would be unintelligible to anyone who's not authorized to access it. So, like if it was encrypted, and so even if they had a copy, they can't read it. If the controller takes measures so that the high risk to the data subject isn't likely to materialize. So you've mitigated it to the point where that thing you're worried about happening isn't likely to happen. Or if notification would require a disproportionate effort, then in that situation, you can inform the data subjects by public communication or something to that effect. So I suspect this aspect of the law was written so that there wouldn't be situations where a company's data is breached and then we don't find out about it for months later. So they have to report that their data has been breached within 72 hours and then report it to those affected without undue delay if there is in fact high risk to their rights and freedoms. So that's fantastic. I wish this was the norm for companies, that they would tell you when your data has been put at risk versus waiting weeks and months after it's happened. So that answers that question. If you have questions about the GDPR and how it affects you and your company, please shoot me an email or contact an internet attorney in your community. I'm using my own company as a guinea pig to comply with this law. Let's see. I put out new content every week, so please subscribe to the channel. And remember, watching this video does not create an attorney-client relationship with any viewer. It's merely legal information, not legal advice. If you need legal advice, go hire somebody. Thanks for watching. That's all I have on this for now. And until then, I will catch up with you later. Take care.